What's good, Grizz fam? We back at it again, and I got another topic for y'all. Soy products versus real meats. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this is because, a lot of people find it hard to transition into veganism or eating a more plant-based diet. Why? Because they claim that, they'll miss the taste of meat, or, they need the extra protein, or whatever excuse they can come up with. And I said, listen, there's mock meats, there's real meats. It's whether you care about where you get your protein from. But does it make it better? Ethically and morally, going plant-based and eating mock meats would make sense because you can still get the satisfaction of eating meat versus actually the harm of the planet and harming animals. Now, health-wise, does it make it better for you? Absolutely not. Mock meat is full of preservatives. It's still filled with a bunch of garbage. You have soy lectin, soy isolate, whatever. You have soy this, soy that in a bunch of products. It's a bunch of filler with a bunch of chemicals. Yes, before anybody says anything, I do use mock meat sometimes. I do use tofu. Does that make it healthy, or does that make it fine because I eat it? No. I eat it in moderation. I don't eat it all the time. But does it make it better? Absolutely not. The reason why I do it is because I need the extra protein, and I don't get all of my protein strictly from all the beans and rice and stuff that I eat. Why? Because I'm actually trying to increase my protein or keep my protein at a certain range and not shoot my carbs up drastically. A lot of vegans on YouTube, they don't get a lot of protein based on, the numbers that they put out there for their macros. 4,000 calories, you get 120 grams of protein and 700 grams of carbs. But I'm like twice their size, or I'm about like 40 to 60 pounds heavier than those guys. And they're not, power lifters or giant bodybuilders on steroids. They're average guys who are vegans who bodybuild. Honestly, they get shredded, they bulk, they do all that good stuff. For me, I actually want to maintain my size because I've always been a big guy. I want to maintain as much muscle mass as I can preserve, still eat a plant-based diet and maintain my strength or even get stronger. That is my goal. Soy, tofu, all that stuff is all genetically modified, you guys. Yeah, it's low in carbs, higher in fat, higher in protein, but at the end of the day, it's made in a lab. It is not good for you guys. It is filled with pesticides. It is filled with a bunch of garbage that is sprayed on in the plants, and they got to do a whole bunch of process to make a tofu block what it is. Now, there are research that shows, hey, you can eat tofu in safe moderation, which I believe, because now it's been about 8 months since I've been a vegan. And, I used to overdo the tofu in the beginning, using like 300-400 grams of tofu in my dishes. I actually cut that back to about 2 to 2.5 servings of tofu, 85 grams each serving. So, they say tofu gives you, they provide phytoestrogens, plant hormones that's going to change your body and change your hormone levels and have guys feeling like a woman or hot flashes and all that. That is very rare and uncommon, which I will link the studies below. But if eating it in a unsafe moderation, about 5 to 10 servings a day of tofu or soy products, is really dangerous and detrimental to the body. It really is. studies say that you can eat 1 to 2 servings a day. I eat 2.5 servings a day, but I don't eat tofu every day. Usually if I can get between the ranges of 150 to 180, just eating plant-based beans, rice, fruits, veggies, and all that without needing mock meats or tofu, I will do it. I will leave it, and I don't need tofu for that day. Now, if I'm about 120, 130, and I'm a few, 20, 30 grams short, I will use a block of tofu, 190 grams of tofu. And that's really it, you guys. Nothing too crazy. Now, the problem with tofu is, like I said before, it's genetically modified. And people want to avoid, they say they want to avoid tofu, they want to avoid soy products, it's not good for you. You guys, look at the back of the ingredient list of everything that you buy, canned or packaged. There's a soy product in everything. There's nothing you can do to absolutely avoid it if you're eating packaged bullshit. If you're eating anything canned or packaged, I guarantee you there's soy in it. There's wheat in it, and there's a bunch of other chemicals that is not good for you guys. I'm not here to bash anybody's diet. I'm not here to say that veganism is the best thing that you can actually do and it's the most healthiest thing you can do. Why? Because every diet has its downfall. You got to pick your poison. I chose to find something that fits me and makes me feel good. It makes me feel great, as a matter of fact, and I'm much healthier. But there's its downfall to veganism. Vitamin deficiencies. I'm vitamin deficient in vitamin D, and that's really it, and that's it. But most people are deficient in vitamin D, vitamin B12, vitamin A. Why? Because the diet doesn't allow certain vitamins because of what we eat. It's the truth. Does mock meats and soy products make you healthy? Absolutely not. Does chicken and beef make you healthy? Absolutely not. You want to pick your poison. You want to know what's good for you, and you want to do your research in it. I chose to do mock meats and soy when I need to, just for the added protein. Does it make it healthy? Absolutely not. Not everybody can sit here and say, yeah, going vegan is easy, because it's not. It's nearly impossible. You will completely fail if you try to go 100% vegan, and that's a known fact. Every vegan out there will tell you, you want to slowly transition to it. Me and my wife started from, cutting back on the beef, cutting back on the chicken, to implementing more seafood. But then cutting back on the seafood and start replacing it with other plants. And eventually I just stopped eating it altogether. Me and my wife stopped eating it altogether. And that, I can honestly tell you, has been the best decision I've ever made. Why? Because I'm much healthier, you guys. I feel amazing. I do. I have been able to maintain my muscle mass. I've become stronger while dropping the weight. But you guys, I want to thank you for watching. I want you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and leave your opinions for me. Whether you guys think you guys can actually become a vegan or something you want to dabble with, leave any type of questions or comments down below, or you guys can send me or shoot me an email. Alright, you guys, thank you for watching.
Wake up in the morning, money on my mind. Looking at my roll, yeah, it's about that time. I get up and grind.